Hey, do you know about vaping?
No.
Let's tell you about it.
Vaping is the inhalation of water vapor through a personal vaporizer.
There is no fire, ash, or any smell that resembles a typical cigarette.
It is a very controversial topic for a number of reasons, on the basis of controlling it and its many health risks.
Vaporizers contain juices that have varying degrees of nicotine and different types of flavors. They also include chemicals like propylene glycol and glycerin and more.
This is heated as a liquid and then inhaled by the users as a vapor. E-cigarettes and vapes do not contain the harmful products that are associated with tobacco cigarettes like carbon monoxide and tar.
They can be created to resemble regular cigarettes, or they can be larger devices like tank systems and mods bearing no resemblance to cigarettes.
Many people may think vaporizers and e-cigarettes are the same thing, but they are actually quite different.
You can change the nicotine levels of the vaporizer, while with e-cigarettes you cannot.
This can help someone quit smoking slowly instead of just replacing it with a healthier product that contains just as much nicotine as a regular cigarette.
Although vaporizers can help someone quit smoking, they are also being used by people who aren't trying to quit, like young teenagers trying to fit in.
Many of the juices are fun flavors that attract kids like cotton candy, blue raspberry, chocolate, strawberry, and the list goes on and on. However, vape shops are banding together to get these products off their shelves.
For example, a Malaysian juice is currently being marketed to children with famous, widely known cartoon characters on the bottles like Hello Kitty and Pokemon.
A number of vape and e-cigarette stores are boycotting this brand and type of e-juice, trying to keep these products out of the hands of children.
Here are some examples of Hello Kitty and Pokemon vaporizers and e-juices that are marketed towards young teens and children.
Over 3 million middle and high school students were current users of e-cigarettes and vapes in 2015. This is an increase of the estimated 2.46 million in 2014.
In 2016, the FDA extended regulatory authority to cover all tobacco products, including vaporizers, e-cigarettes, hookah pens, e-pipes, and all other electronic nicotine delivery systems.
This means that the FDA now regulates all manufacture, import, packaging, labeling, advertising, promotion, sale, and distribution of these products.
Manufacturers of these products were given 2 years to go through an expensive application process for all products that they had intended to sell after 2018.
Only the wealthiest companies will be able to afford this application process, placing companies like Big Tobacco and Big Pharma in charge of the industry, creating a monopoly.
The greatest fear of this is that these corporations will sell the most unhealthy, most addictive products.
Many see the future of vapes and e-cigarettes veering towards little to no innovation and restricted competition.
This will result in customers paying increased prices for a limited selection of products.
These laws were passed with the intention of making these tobacco products less accessible and attractive to use.
Whether or not they accomplish these goals are an incredible area of debate and controversy.
Many people who stand by their vapes were constant smokers for years, going through as many as a pack of cigarettes a day.
These people began vaping using juices with the highest nicotine content, and in time lessening the amount until they're entirely independent from their own addictions.
We interviewed a vape user in the Hudson Valley on the effects that vaping had on his life, body, and how his life changed with this shift from cigarettes.
My name is Dimitri, and I'm a vapor.
What was your life like before you started vaping?
Before I started vaping, I was a smoker. Started smoking cigarettes at the age of 14 when I would steal them from my mom. By my 20s, I was up to 5 packs a day. And then when I finally decided to quit and start vaping, I was down to 1.5 packs a day of Marlboros.
Do you believe vaping has benefits?
Yes, I do. Vaping got me off of the cigarettes.
Do you know how vaping impacts your body?
It's impacted my body by improving my health. Since I stopped smoking cigarettes, all my asthma symptoms went away. My breathing has become much better. I can do more activities because I'm not getting winded like I used to from cigarettes. And I don't smell like an ashtray all the time.
How did vaping help you quit smoking?
Vaping contains nicotine. You can get the nicotine in varying strengths from 35 down to 3, 1.5, and then 0. So I started at 18 milligrams of nicotine. I'm down to 3 now.
Do you think that vaping has secondhand consequences?
It's still a little early to say, but it looks like it doesn't have many secondhand consequences of any sort of significant nature. It doesn't have any, doesn't have fluorocarbons like combustible products like cigarettes. You're not actually inhaling a smoke. It's a vapor, so other people breathing it in aren't getting the effect of the carcinogenic effects of cigarettes.
Do you think vaping should be used only by a select population?
If you mean that select population is 18 years and older, then yes, I do. 18 years and older should be the only ones allowed to be using the vapes because it still does have nicotine, and kids shouldn't be using nicotine at least until they're 18 years old.
With so much research still being done on vapes and e-cigarettes, many people are unsure of where to stand on the situation.
Many feel unsafe being exposed to a product where so little is known about the health risks. However, they believe that they are not as bad for people as traditional cigarettes.
By switching to e-cigarettes and vapes, people are not completely free from health risks. However, there are less than cigarettes, making them healthier for you, those around you, and the environment.
One risk that e-cigarettes and vaporizers are believed to have is the causing of popcorn lungs.
In 2000, 8 workers in a microwave popcorn processing factory were diagnosed with a severe lung disorder, which would later be called popcorn lung.
Their illness was quickly linked to the butter flavoring chemicals, which include diactyl. This is a chemical used in e-cigarette and vape products, but also in many household food products.
More research is being conducted to better understand how diactyl and similar chemical products can cause damage to the lungs of the consumers.
Many do not find this reason enough to condemn vaping altogether, especially since it is an ingredient which is in many food products in the common American household like commercial and retail baked items, such as cookies and cakes and snack foods like chips and pretzels.
With such little research, it is difficult to form a concrete opinion on the matter of vaping.
Like all tobacco items, it has its undeniable health risks, but it also has many benefits unique to it.
Only time and research will give people the answers they truly need, but at the time being, there are a healthy alternative to smoking cigarettes.
As long as these products are kept out of the hands of children and they are regulated fairly, vaping is a healthier alternative, and they have already helped millions quit smoking.
Now I know.